sort of go back to both you and Liam. He's bought this fella Laporte for 60 million. He looks like another duck egg. I mean,
I didn't think he was bad last night, Eamon. I didn't think he played bad. No, I didn't think he was bad. There was a lot of worse players than him last night.
Otamendi.
Yeah, well, Otamendi was poor. They were all poor last night.
No, but the way they actually set up to defend. If you look at the first goal, right, Salah's goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a shambles.
He was offside, Eamon.
Well, he was offside on the halfway line, maybe. But that...
he was offside.
Hold on.
He showed it afterwards. He was offside.
You're becoming pathetic. If the halfway line is a long way from the goal. A lot of things happened after he was offside.
Oh, I know that.
What about the stuff that happened? What about the stuff when he got the ball?
Eamon, they were terrible last night, Manchester City. They were terrible attacking and they were terrible defending. That's why they were 3-0 down at half-time.
But, John, that's not a surprise,
is it? Doubting that. But that hasn't been a common occurrence for Manchester City this season. They conceded probably second to Manchester United in conceding goals, Eamon.
John, look, at Bayern Munich, at Barcelona, he was the same. He didn't really care about defence. He doesn't care about defence, John.
What, Eamon? How is he winning the league? If he wins on Saturday, wins the league.
I tell you,
he's won European Cups with Barcelona and all the and that. He's done brilliantly this season with Manchester City. They had a bad night last night. Of course, there could be more emphasis on the defence. If you put more emphasis on the defence, then they might not be quite what they are going forward. That's the way the game is. There's hardly been a team that's been perfect in everything that they do, and they're certainly not. Well, what about Klopp defending?
Hold on, I'll give you a dig out here. Against Everton at Goodison on Saturday, they wiped Everton out. They had 82% possession of the ball. They pressed high up the field. They were high energy, and that's why. The same was true of Barcelona and Bayern Munich. He had the best team and the best players in the league, so naturally you're not going to give away the same. The goals aren't going to flow. Everton never had a shot. Now, the problem is for people who were thinking they were going to win the Champions League, is you're not going to get 82% possession against Real Madrid, against Barcelona. You're going to get killed, and I don't think this guy understands that you have to defend. Liam, I'll let me go to Liam first while you catch your breath.
Well, there's elements of what John is saying is perfectly true. If he concentrates so much on the defence, Eamon, they're not going to play the style of football that they played, whether it was Barcelona or Bayern Munich or Manchester City. However, he has persisted with
Otamendi
in this time. And
he
I would argue that his defensive coaching has stopped them from winning maybe another 2 Champions League, whether it was at Bayern Munich or it was at Barcelona, and probably now the fact that he doesn't pay enough attention to what happens defensively might mean that they're going out of the Champions League again this season. And let's remember, there was a horror show in Monaco last year when they went out.
Yes, and there was a horror show at Bayern Munich, John, when Real Madrid beat them 5-0 on aggregate in Champions League.
What are you saying, Eamon? Is he useless?
No, what I'm saying...
Are you saying he's useless?
No, what I'm saying...
Has he won things as well as everybody loses things? Everybody loses. No. Nobody wins it all the time.
What I'm saying...
What he's given you one way in doing what he does, there is a weakness defensively, there's no doubt. But it's so good going the other way that you're going to win more than you're going to lose. And he has done that over the years. Okay,
well, what I'm saying is that there are 2 sides to the game. When you have the ball and when you don't have the ball.
Of course.
And the real great sides and the real great coaches pay attention and respect to both sides of the game. It's disrespectful to the game if you...
that's rubbish, Eamon. You're talking rubbish.
Liam?
You be disrespectful. Basically, when you're watching City this year, most people would agree, they've been brilliant to watch. Absolutely brilliant.
Against West Brom and Everton.
What are you talking about? They've beaten Spurs. They've beaten all the top teams in the league. They hammered Liverpool in the league early on in the season. They hammered most of the season. They've been beaten once, I think, in the league all season.
No, you're on
scored goals. They've been brilliant to watch. They've been attractive. They've done all the great things. Of course, they're going to come a cropper now and again. So will City. So will Liverpool. Liverpool were brilliant last night in the first half. But look at all the times they've fallen down, and other teams have fallen down.
All right, I'm gonna not lose it on my own podcast with that. But
I'll lose it if you want to.
I'll give you another couple of days, and we'll come back to this. I want to go on